Hello and welcome. So, when we start on Prakruti or when we start on Ayurveda, the practical first thing that we come across is the philosophy of five elements. The five element philosophy states that you have five elements starting from Akash, then you have Gagan or Vayu, then you have Agni, then you have Jal, and then you have Prithvi. The metaphor says that these five states, starting from Akash to Prithvi, are interchangeable, and these are what come together to form all the six dosh in various proportions. Uh, that is Vat, Pit, Kaph, then Sat, Rajas, and Tamas. The most intrinsic and interesting aspect of this is that it starts from Akash and thereafter occupies a material space. This material space translates gradually until what we call as Prithvi. This premise suggests that if I were to believe, and this is where similes can be drawn or these concepts can be explained on these principles of quantum sciences or thermodynamics and theoretical physics, is that uh, theoretical physics and quantum sciences say that the entire universe uh, starts from a place where everything existed and yet nothing existed because there was no synergy. And it is difficult to say whether there was matter or not, or whether it was only energy or what form. So, if that were to be juxtaposed, Akash or Gagan or space occupy the same connotation, and if from space everything emerges, and by definition everything merges into space itself, the horizon says, or the probable theory says, that Akash is something which can house multiple universes and there is no end to it. This finds correlation to modern day quantum physics, where it is accepted that the universe is ever expanding and it is dominated by entropy. So, if it is dominated by entropy, the beginning of it must have been enthalpy, and it is only that over a period of time entropy takes over enthalpy, and you see the kind of picture that has emerged or is emerging. Now, what we will be doing here on progressively, as and when I find time to discuss, I will be going deeper and deeper into these ideas. And for once, let us come to a conclusion that the only thing that probably needs to be ascertained to start with is the primordial space or the primordial point of initiation, and that perhaps as quantum medicine or quantum science is much broader to let's look at it, puts it that there must be a primordial arena from which everything emerges, and this primordial arena then must be Akash. Considering the following developments from here will mean that I'm considering this in a direction. Now, interestingly, since it can translate up to Prithvi and come back, the direction is bidirectional, but very difficult to say if it is scalar or vector. So, Akash would rather be more of a tensor property, or Akash would be built on a tensor property, where from the rest of the activity is bidirectional. Like I said, in the following, I'll be discussing and exploring these ideas, but we have to stick to one basic point, that the emergence of the universe or the emergence of the other four Mahabhuts from Akash and eventual dissipation into the same is a linear and bidirectional process. However, there is to be consistently understood that there are fundamental laws of conservation, there are fundamental laws of cyclical dynamics that will apply, and this would therefore fall in somewhere rank 2 tensor field and not rank 1 or rank 0. Rank 0 is for scalar and rank 1 is for vector properties. Tensor is a rank 2 property, and the energy matter relationships that you find will start to come from a rank 2 tensor field. In the next, I shall be discussing on Akash and how it maps the properties as mentioned in the classical Ayurvedic text, and how do they get juxtaposed or find similes in the world of modern physics and modern quantum sciences, and how does a language of mathematics actually enable an understanding of these principles. Further, we will also discuss and deliberate going down how it impacts the various biological processes that we practically deal with when it comes to Ayurveda. Thank you.